Good morning. Good morning. It is 2:55 a.m. I'm on my way to the gym right now to get my morning blast. I got a pretty full day ahead of me. Yesterday was how can I explain it? Yesterday, I literally felt paralyzed. And what I mean by that, I got up the same way, went to the gym, worked out, did all that other good stuff, got out the gym, but there's been some changes in my morning because of life. Life just does that. And when life starts throwing little jabs at you, you got to move left and right. You got to duck, you got to move. You know, you got to just do different things. So I'm not going to say that is accounted for how I felt yesterday. I'm just saying that when things change, when you're used to running in the same shoes, down the same road, routine becomes comfortable. And your body can adjust to routine. So I guess what I'm saying is my routine has been shaken up. So there's going to be a certain air of maybe fatigue, because now you have to learn how to do something again in a different way to make it work and make it fit. And I think that's good. I think you should be stretched. I think when you fall into the same routine, you start not seeing the results that you want. You go into the gym, you do the same workout, you do the same blah, 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 blah. Everything's the same. And you wonder why you hit a plateau and you're not seeing any difference. So yesterday, I want to say I came out of a meeting around maybe 11 o'clock, 12, 11 something, 11:30, 12. Lots of things I had to do. I had clients that were waiting on me. I had property previewing. I had a lot of stuff to do. But my body would not do it. I just wanted to sleep. And I said, are you depressed? I said, no, I don't think I'm depressed, because my mouth was still talking. You know, if there's one thing I can do, I can talk. And my mouth was still talking. I said, no, you're not depressed. I said, what's up, man? Let's go. My body said no. I said, what's up? Are you tired? He says, I don't know. I said, man, whatever the problem is, you know, this is the little internal conversation I'm having with myself. So whatever the problem is, you gotta figure this out. So we got things we gotta do. Let me just get 10 minutes of sleep. Let me just rest for 10, 15 minutes. He says, all right. But then no sooner than 10, 15 minutes came around, a rush of more things that I needed to do come at me. So I get tired again. And then I work with my son at 3 o'clock. We're getting ready to shift our time around because we got a lot of other things going on. And looking at the clock, it's like 2 o'clock. I'm like, oh man. Because when you're training people to do stuff, it's not easy, because it's almost like you have to do it yourself, because you're in the process of showing them how you want it done. So fortunately, he calls me and he says, I have to go to this other meeting, this other obligation that I have once a month, once every other month or something like that. You know, I have to go to that. And I was like, okay. I was kind of relieved to let him go, because I just was not in a condition to run the day as business as usual. But I kept thinking, what? I was like, man, you gotta snap out of this. And then I remember And it's crazy what I'm getting ready to say. But a spirit came to me and said, water. And I was like, water? It's like, water. It's like, you're fine. You just need some water. You haven't necessarily been taking care of yourself the best. Not in regards to like exercise, but in regards to fluids. You need some water. So I knew that was a huge part of it. My body was dehydrated. So I had a little pinch of a headache. I had no real energy to get up and do something. My drive was gone. So literally, by the time I got home, I just laid in bed and I read. And I read this book by this pastor who I had seen speak Wednesday night. And he talked about how he was actually the head assistant of a very prominent pastor in Houston, Texas for the past 30 plus years. And he said that his blessings and his calling were all based around a bottle of water. So I laid there and as I was drinking the water, I felt my energy coming back. I felt rejuvenated. So I kept drinking. And I felt better. And I kept drinking. I felt better. And I drank all the way up until the point I went to sleep. Just went to sleep. And I remember looking at my wife earlier that day and I said, you know, every day you're not going to be on fire. And I remember hearing people inside of our brokerage say that. People who produced at very, very, very high levels. 10, 15, $20 million. Very, very high levels. And I remember them saying, you're not always going to feel like you're on fire. And you got to be okay with that. You got to give yourself a moment to step back. And that's what I did yesterday is I stepped back, I pulled back, and I just said, hey, this is one of those days. This is one of those moments. You made the wrong move. This is chess, not checkers. You made the wrong move. But see, even in my imperfectness, the Spirit was still able to come and talk to me and just say, today's not your day. Tomorrow's another day. And I think so much of what I'm trying to say is based behind the fact that we lose sight that every day's not going to be on fire. But what's your intention? See, my intentions are always to have fire days. That's my intention. But even when you have intentions, they don't always go the way that you want them to. But it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It also does not mean that you should not have intentions about what you want or expectation about what you want. But just like yesterday, a part of me, a small part of me was saying, dude, you're tripping. You need to get up. There's people that need you. You know, you've got obligations. You have obligations. But I have a number one obligation. That's to God and that's to myself. Because at the end of the day, if I can't function correctly, well, what does it matter if I run myself ragged if there's absolutely, if I absolutely, positively don't make it another day?